Bharat Forge is the next business and company that we want to speak with. They reported a healthy set. Kalyani is chairman and managing director at Bharat Forge is with us now. Mr. Kalyani, good morning. Great to have you with us here. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Prashant this side, sir. So the standalone business was impacted by sharp declines in North American truck production and, of course, the resulting inventory destocking. And of course, I mean, some of the other non-truck businesses made up for it. And I guess that is the guidance going forward as well. But can I get a sense, some guidance from you on the truck business side, sir, for calendar 2026 from you?
You know, the truck market in the U.S., if you look at the medium and heavy trucks, that's down by almost 45 to 50%. And it's not just the 50% drop or 45% drop, but because of that, we have to also destock. So our supply is actually at about 30%. So when this gets to normal, and I hope this will get to normal once the tariff situations get to normalcy, not only with India, but with other countries, and that's probably like to happen by next quarter. So we see calendar year 26, second half, things to improve in this sector.
The OEM guidance for 26, companies like Volvo, etc., they're all forecasting some decline, right? At this point.
It is forecasting decline because they also have the problem of destocking. I mean, everybody was building at the rate of 350,000 trucks. So almost 27,000 trucks per month, and now they have come down to 14,000 trucks per month. So there is a hell of a lot of inventory, supply chain inventory, and all kinds of things. On top of that, they have to pay very high tariffs on most of their supplies. So it's a little complicated problem, I think, but looks like the problem is going to get solved, hopefully in the next few months. So we should see unwinding of this probably by second half of 26.
H2 of next year. What about the non-auto business, sir? Could you provide us, and we'll talk specific numbers there, but you think growth there continues?
Yeah, the growth there will continue because that's a strategy that we have put into place, that to grow our non-automotive business in multiple directions. And there are huge opportunities today coming up in that area. And there are high technology products, and we are good at that. That's something that kind of fits our profile. I can't say more than that because most of these products are pretty sensitive in terms of information sharing. But we see a large growth coming in the industrial products. One of the areas where we are seeing a massive growth is the high horsepower engines. Power supply, power generation, standby supply to all the data centers.
Oh, okay. Of course. Yeah, that's a budding industry. Lots of action on the data center front. Sir, got that. If I may ask you, sir, I know a lot of these businesses will build up over the coming several quarters. But if I could ask you for a ballpark understanding of how Bharat Forge consolidated will look like, say, by the end of next year, end of FY27, in terms of total revenue, how much is going to be automotive? Within that, how much India, how much overseas, and how much will come from these newer businesses, whether it's defense and there is aerospace, and now like you're talking about data centers, which is, industrials X of auto.
Yeah, I can't tell you exact numbers. All I can tell you is that, there are certain events that need to take place before we start seeing growth. One is the trade deal that needs to happen. And second is, in the U.S., the industrial and commercial vehicle production has to get back to normal. I'm not even saying it needs to increase. It just needs to get back to normal. These are, I think, two conditions that need to happen. As far as Bharat Forge is concerned, we have kind of taken a lot of steps to isolate us from that, and that's why even in the quarter that just went by, our consolidated data looked much better than this. We have one sector that is growing at a very fast pace, and that is our aerospace sector. We see our aerospace sector going at almost 25-30% annually for the next couple of years. So that's a very good thing for us because we have worked hard on it for the last few years. We have invested in it, and now we are beginning to see the results. And it's a very profitable sector.
All right. Hi, Mr. Kalyani. Good morning and good to see you, Ben. So let's touch upon a little bit about the aerospace business. As you said, you're expecting a big growth. I think at the end of this year, you're expecting it to be a 350 crore business in terms of revenues. Say in the next 2-3 years, how big can this business become? And also in the defense business, you've done a fantastic job. The order book is at around 10,000 crores. However, execution has been a little bit slow in the first half of the year. I think you're expecting the second half of the year to be much better. So what is the revenue trajectory on the defense business that last year did around 1,700 crores? How do you see this business scaling up for this year and post that?
This business execution hasn't been poor. It's just the process that is laid down by the Defense Ministry and the Armed Forces. It just takes a long time. I mean, there's something called FOPM and all kinds of things involved. So once that process is finished, from our side, execution will be extremely fast. Like you saw when we got the order from Armenia for artillery guns, we finished the order 1 year in advance. So execution is not the problem. I think the process is a little complicated process, but I think hopefully by next quarter, that process will get over and then we will start delivering guns to the Indian Army.
So by the end of this year, defense will look like what kind of revenues? I think earlier we were guiding for close to 2,000 crores of revenues. Will that be possible? Second half of the year can make up so much?
No. It will be similar to what we have today.
Okay.
Maybe some small increases because we are now getting, we just got an order for underwater systems, which we have to deliver. But all that it has to be delivered in the next 12 months.
Okay. Let's take a longer term view then, sir. In the next 2 years, what is the revenue outlook for the defense business where you're sitting on a super order book? And on the aerospace business, which is growing at a very fast pace.
A lot of growth 2 years from now in the defense because it's not just one vertical of artillery guns or something like that, or we have a large order on small arms, but we have created 3 or 4 new verticals in unmanned systems, underwater systems. We now got an order for an underwater system that goes down to a depth of 1,000 meters. That's a technology which hardly anybody has in this country.
Yeah.
And similarly, we are targeting some unmanned systems in the drone, sophisticated drone area, kamikaze drones and others. We will know about it in the next few weeks. But there's a lot of work going on in our company on that.
A lot more questions, Mr. Kalyani. Just one last. In aerospace, do you supply directly to the two players, or you supply? You supply to supplies with in turn supply to the two Airbus and Boeing?
No. We have 2 sectors in aerospace.
Defense and
jet engine manufacturers. So we supply to Rolls-Royce. We supply to Pratt & Whitney.
Okay.
And we supply to Honeywell. These are 3. The only jet engine manufacturer we have not yet got orders from is Safran.
Okay.
All the engine manufacturers, we supply them rotating components, turbine blades, active components that are in the engine and the turbine.
Okay. Very quickly.
Titanium, high temperature alloys and all that. So pretty high technology.
All right.
We supply structural components to Boeing, structural components to Airbus through one of their tier 1 suppliers called Liebherr, where we supply landing gear components. To Boeing, we supply large components which connect the engine to the wings, a large titanium forging. So there's a variety of products that we do, and that business is just growing.
Very quickly, sir, some inorganic growth is planned. Have you got a fixed target? Because you're raising some money, I think 2,000 crores for both organic and inorganic. But should we expect some kind of inorganic growth?
Our overall strategy is to pivot our business to the India-centric business because we believe that India is going to be the largest growing market for the next 15, 20 years. If you look at Honorable Prime Minister's Viksit Bharat program, whatever the numbers come out, whether it's 25 trillion, 30 trillion, whatever it is, the growth in India is just going to be fantastic.
Okay.
And focusing largely creating a focus and tilt towards Indian growth. And that's where some of the M&As, inorganic activities will happen.
Okay. All right. Sir, thank you very much for giving us perspective on all of your businesses. And we wish you good luck with the second half.